First question is, what do you think about Obama's eagerness to help the immigration effort?
Well, just that's kind of like a really long explanation, but I mean, just to kind of, keep it short. I mean, I think it's great. I mean, this country is really it's built on immigration. The actual reason why this country is so great is because of immigration. You've seen it, since the beginning of the United States being formed. It was always built on immigration. I mean, we had the Chinese built the railroads. Even though it was slavery, technically the African Americans built the foundation of the Africans, I should say, they built the foundation of the country. The Chinese built the railroads, and Latinos now are keeping our service industry alive. They do our agriculture. They do the food services and stuff like that. So I think it's great that Obama's really trying to make an effort to make it more accessible to everyone.
Yeah, that's good. What do you think of the judge halting the process of his policies? There was a judge that recently halted his policies in court.
And was that for the DACA?
Yeah, I think the judge was trying to figure out the constitutionality of his policies.
The policy that he just put out this January, was it?
Yeah.
I know there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, who knows how old the policies are that he's looking at, and of course they're not up to date, and they do need to be up to date. But in the meantime, there's a lot of people right now who probably don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They're worried about, their status. They're worried about if they're going to be in this country, next week. Will I be separated from my family? Will my mom still be here when I come home from school? So that just creates a lot of, paranoia, for lack of better terms. Just because, there's just a whole lot of I don't know. And sometimes wonder can be like a very scary emotion.
Yeah, that's very true. Mm-hmm. And so do you think that being that they're halted temporarily or however long it's going to be long term, you think it could hurt the U.S. like economic wise, or how do you think it could hurt?
Definitely. I know like 2 or 3 years ago, I think it was Alabama that created a very strict immigration policy, and it actually backfired. What happened was you saw their agriculture production went down, and like literally like plants and produce like went spoiled because there was no one there to actually pick and harvest the crops that they had. So what ended up happening is that a lot of the undocumented people that were working those fields left that state. And I'm pretty sure it's Alabama. It could be, someone else, but I know it was in the South. And that's what happened because they left the state because the laws were so strict. So it actually ended up backfiring.
Yeah.
On them. So it definitely could potentially hurt the economic system in the U.S.
Yeah. I think the judge is supposed to rule, I think, next month. What do you think is going to happen once the administration is appealing, but like once that all gets sorted out, what do you think is going to happen?
I'm optimistic. I like to believe that the people who hold office and judges kind of do see the entire picture and not just the issue that's in front of them, and that they understand that immigration is needed in this country, whether it's undocumented or not. It's a huge backbone to the way our country runs, and if suddenly our people who do the jobs that no one wants to do aren't here anymore, those jobs will be left unfilled.
That's very true. I agree with you, and I think that should do it.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much.
No problem.